Today's video kicks off the new story arc of Absolute Batman, which introduces the character Bane into the Absolute Universe. To not miss stories like this one, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and let's get started. The story begins in the fictional nation of Bialya, where the leaders of Kahndaq and Kurak are meeting to seal a peace deal after years of war. Their handshake symbolizes a potential end to the conflict. But just before leaving the room, they notice a huge pool of blood forming by the door. When they open it, they come face to face with none other than Bane, a colossal Bane, absolute Bane. With his overwhelming presence, he apologizes for the interruption, but declares that he's there for one reason only, to make sure that peace treaty doesn't happen. Instead, he proposes a cruel game. Only one of them will walk out alive, but only if they give up the other. The Kurak representative refuses immediately, but to his surprise, the one from Kahndaq accepts. Without hesitation, Bane keeps his word. He grabs the defiant leader and crushes his head with no effort. Then he forces the surviving leader, named Omar, to record a speech designed to reignite tensions between the two nations and spark the conflict again. With that, Bane's mission is accomplished. Make sure the war continues. Job done, the villain gets a call. And that's when Bane is assigned to go to Gotham. This is how we start the new arc titled Abomination, with an impressive shot of Bane in his towering form. Then we jump to Gotham, where Alfred is narrating the recent events. According to Alfred, he was supposed to stay in hiding, but when he returned to the city, he found the hero in a savage state. Turns out that Waylon Jones, one of Bruce's friends, has been missing for 2 weeks now, which triggered a personal crusade. Batman declared war on Gotham's underworld in search of clues about his friend. Despite Alfred's warnings, Bruce didn't stop. No gang in Gotham was spared, not the Maronis, not the Falcones. It's said that the night before, Batman beat up so many criminals that the hospital ran out of ambulances. The police had to resort to apps to work around the vehicle shortage, and when that failed, they even improvised with rickshaws. One of the emergency techs had a badge reading D. Grayson, likely Dick Grayson in the Absolute Universe. Meanwhile, Barbara Gordon was on the phone with her father when suddenly someone called her name from inside her office. Naturally, she was confused. No one should have been in there. Tense, she grabbed her gun and prepared for the worst. But it was just Batman reaching out to her through the mask of the vigilante she confiscated during the Black Mask arc. And the most surprising part is, Batman is asking for her help. They agree to meet at the old abandoned zoo, right at the giant spotlight that once served as the bat signal. So we get the perfect modern-day parallel of the classic Batman-Gordon meeting, only now it's Barbara Gordon. Barbara brings the police files he asked for, and Batman gets straight to the point. He wants to know where Waylon Jones is. The officer hesitates for a moment, questioning his motives, and the hero admits that Waylon Jones is his friend. But what she really wants to know is why he chose her, to which Bruce replies, because he saw her in action and knows she's a good cop. Then she hands over the files, and the simple, devastating truth is that Waylon was taken by the police themselves. Bruce then meets with Alfred and a group of friends who already know his secret identity. Ozzy is shocked to learn that Waylon Jones was sent to Ark M. To Bruce, something doesn't add up. Waylon didn't break curfew, and yet, City Hall even sees the gym where he lived. Alfred also speaks up, saying he doesn't like where this is heading. Naturally, Ozzy doesn't trust Alfred's presence since he doesn't know him, but Bruce assures him Alfred is an ally who's here to help. The Brit explains that these facilities, the Arks, hide atrocities. There are 13 of them around the world, with Gotham's being the newest. Still, Bruce is determined to get Waylon out no matter what it takes. Ozzy still doesn't get how it was built so fast, but Harvey clears it up. It wasn't. Back in the 19th century, there was a psychiatric hospital on that island, that burned down in the 1930s. After that, a company named JK Industries bought the land. Since then, the experiments never really stopped. Gotham's Ark began construction long before anyone thought. With a blueprint of the site in hand, Bruce quickly lays out a plan. Ozzy calls him crazy, but Bruce gets irritated. Not long ago, everyone wanted to help, and now they're putting roadblocks in Batman's way. That reaction makes Ozzy apologize. It's not that he doesn't trust Batman, he's just scared. But even so, he's in. Meanwhile, Martha Wayne and James Gordon are watching the news, which confirms that the citywide curfew will remain in place. Martha wants Jim to return to active duty. She believes only he could bring an end to all this chaos. However, Gordon refuses, saying that since they lost the election, as far as he's concerned, it's all over. But Martha doesn't believe everything is lost, and she has no intention of giving up. This wasn't the Gotham she grew up in. And when Gordon asks what she plans to do, she denies any political ambition, though it's pretty clear she's going to act. What exactly she's planning, we'll only find out later. Then we get a flashback from Bruce's life. We see Bruce and Selina Kyle together, enjoying themselves on a bed completely covered in money, until suddenly someone knocks on the door. When Bruce gets up, he sees that it's Waylon Jones, bringing good news. He managed to schedule an important fight. Naturally, Bruce gets hyped. When Selina curiously asks what it's about, they reveal that it's a title match against the reigning champ, Bibbo Bibowski, a classic character from Superman comics. Either way, Waylon needs to train, and he wants Bruce to be his coach. Bruce is surprised since Waylon knows dozens of guys better than him. But when Waylon tells him it's because he's his best friend, Bruce can't say no. They even start play fighting, but it stops quickly when Waylon notices all that money on the bed. The comic then cuts back to the present, leaving that mystery hanging. Back in the present, Batman is getting ready to break into Ark M. It seems like Alfred wanted to say something before Bruce headed off, but he simply wishes him good luck, to which Bruce says thanks before diving into the waters surrounding the prison. In less than an hour, Batman is already deep inside the facility's main cavern. Following Alfred's instructions, he moves forward with surgical precision and speed. For a moment, Alfred thinks this might be easy, but Bruce decides to act ahead of schedule. That wasn't part of the plan, but Bruce explains he saw something, the real Ark M. And we see it, a colossal underground megastructure, nearly the size of a city. Immediately, Batman begins to infiltrate. In voiceover, Alfred blames himself, saying he withheld information. He knew exactly what Ark M was hiding. He also admits he understands the pain of losing a brother in arms, and we're shown a photo of Alfred alongside someone important, a friend with an eye patch who, perhaps, became an enemy. As Batman advances, Alfred says Bruce has crossed a line. This wasn't a war on crime anymore. This was the war. A war with no rules. A war with no end. At this point, Bruce tries to contact Alfred again, but Alfred doesn't respond. Bruce passes by a computer filled with data about Bane, and shortly after he finds a deformed skeleton, possibly the remains of Man-Bat. Bruce tries once more to reach Alfred, and on the other end, Alfred hears something in Bruce's voice he's never heard before. Fear. Alfred stays silent, thinking. Bruce is now alone. Just Bruce and the monster. And sure enough, Bane appears right behind Batman, greeting him with a massive kick that sends him flying. Bruce tries to counter by using his wings to trap the enemy, but Bane stands still, unfazed. The Bat follows up with several Muay Thai strikes, and Bane immediately recognizes the style. He responds to the attacks as if everything were in slow motion, using even just his fingers to block and hit Bruce's vital points, disabling both of the hero's arms. Then comes a devastating punch from Bane, crushingly powerful. He even mocks Batman, saying he still has his legs to fight with. But when Bruce attempts a kick, Bane hits another vital spot and delivers another brutal punch to his face. At this point, Batman tries to taunt him back, saying he could still take him down with just one leg, even if Bane has used steroids. But here comes the brutal truth. Bane hasn't used any enhancer. Not yet. And since Batman is so curious to know what it does to his body, Bane starts pumping a red liquid into himself. The result is terrifying. We clearly see the fear in Batman's eyes as Bane grows even more, undergoing a monstrous transformation. At the end of it, Batman asks what he is. The villain, now seemingly doubled in size and mass, replies that his name is Bane. This inhuman creature, towering and monstrous, lifts Batman with one hand as if he weighs nothing and says it's time to prepare him for surgery.